So we are here at the intersection of Prince Charles Drive and the entrance of College Gardens. I'm here with the Director of the Criminal Investigations Department, Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson, and his fine team of officers from the Homicide Section. I'm also here with Chief Superintendent Allison Brooks, the officer in charge of the Eastern Division, which is situated in Elizabeth Estates. She has responsibility for this immediate area as a commander. What I can tell you thus far is shortly before noon today, a shooting incident occurred here on Prince Charles Drive. Information received is that a gray Nissan Cube occupied by an adult male and female were traveling west along Prince Charles Drive when a gold Nissan vehicle pulled alongside. It's reported that 3 males emerged from the gold vehicle, all of whom were armed with firearms, and fired multiple gunshots into the gray Nissan Cube, which resulted in both the driver and his female passenger being shot multiple times. They were both pronounced dead on scene. During the incident, it's reported that 3 vehicles, a white Nissan Cube, a blue Suzuki Splash, and a red Mazda Demio was also received some damages during the incident. Also, a 7-year-old male child received injuries from the shattered glass that occurred during the incident, minor injuries. That child is doing extremely well. The suspects then fled the area west on Prince Charles Drive, and I'm pleased to say that the vehicle involved has been recovered. We have crime scene officers on scene at this time, and they are processing that vehicle. The deceased in this matter is known to police. He's a 30-year-old male who happens to be celebrating his birthday, or was celebrating his birthday today. That made him 30 years. The female is 27 years of age. As I indicated, he is known to police. He was on bail for an attempted armed robbery. He was before the court for firearms. I want to say to persons and family members who know that their family members are involved in criminal activity, I want to caution you and to let you know, if you fail to partner with the police, you could very well be a victim, because you are in the company of your children who are involved in criminal activities. And so you need to come forward and provide us with the intel. I also want to say that the person in question was also a suspect in the $1 million robbery that occurred at the ending part of last year. He was in custody based on the intelligence we received, and shortly after he was released from our custody, he was shot. He was brought back into the custody, and we questioned him in regards to who may want to take his life, and he refused to provide us with that information. I want to say to those persons who are involved in criminal activity, who persons shoot at, that if you fail to partner with us and you fail when you come into our custody to tell us who it is that is threatening to kill you, this will be your fate. They will come back for you. And so it's important for you, when you're shot at, whether your home has been damaged by gunshots, you need to come and provide us with that information so we can save lives. If you fail to do so, this will be reoccurring, and parents are going to be crying for their loved ones repeatedly. The family unit, and I said this yesterday, members of the press, you too have an obligation to assist. Yes, you do an excellent job disseminating information on what has happened, but we need to get the message out to the parents that the parents have a responsibility. If parents fail to train their children, if they fail to grow them up in the fear and the admonition of the Lord, if they fail to instill values and morals and respect for people, this is what happened. It starts at home. Where we are today with murders, this didn't just happen overnight. These persons involved were all friends at some point in time. And a friendship gone bad because they can't resolve the dispute ends in a murder. We all have to take responsibility for it. The church has to play a role. Social services have to play a role. All NGOs have to play a role. Every entity in our country has to play a role. The police are doing what they are mandated to do. Maintain law and order, prevent, detect, enforce all laws with which it is charged. Parents, you have a responsibility. The church has a responsibility. Come out of the four walls. Let's get into the communities. Churches, NGOs, civic organizations, everybody has to play a critical role. Godparents, you too need to step up and be that role model for your children. That is the only way we can deal with the situation and bring it under some level of control. Otherwise, it's going to continue on and on. And so I want to encourage each of you. We're still in the new year. The police force, we're built tough, we're strong. We will continue to do our part. But we're asking everybody else to now step up to the plate. Fathers, go and look for your children. Some of your children are hurting. And hurting people hurt others. Like I said, it calls for all of us, every citizen of this country, to play an integral role in the fight against crime. And once we all come together, we will see changes happening. Just the other day, we were all on Bay Street celebrating. Persons were pulling for their various jungle groups. Everybody, let's take the same approach. Let us collectively come together to save the lives of our young men and our young women.